Feel the earth beneath us, rooting down into the ground, toes pointing forward, hips square, shoulders down and away. Let's mobilise those shoulders down and back, open the chest, let the chest fill with energy and oxygen, fill the chest. Inhale those shoulders up to the ears, exhale them down and away. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely, bring your hands through heart space. Inhale, big high breath. And as you exhale, let's melt forward, forward fold. And just dangle, release, let go. Have softness in your knees, hang in your head, your neck, your shoulders. And just let go, softness in your breath. A little sway of the arms. Now come up all the way into a standing mountain pose, fingertips through heart space. And inhale up, exhale melts all the way down. Slide halfway this time into a halfway lift, and then melt into a forward fold. Float up with big arms, beautiful inhalation, and then hands to the heart space. Inhale up to the sky, exhale down to the earth. Halfway lift, stretch out those thighs, and then melt down. Dangle, release the arms, the neck, the shoulders. Softness in the breath. Open the palms, and then step back into a plank position. Melting forwards into baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Lift into up dog with a lovely inhalation, releasing the neck and the shoulders. Feel that wonderful stretch as you melt the shoulders down and away. Tuck your toes and come up into a downward facing dog. Scoop up your hips, melt your heels, dangle your head. And let's walk that dog, pedaling the feet. So do a little heel toe action, warming up the calves and the thighs. The palms are wide. Let's check our alignment. Are our palms wide? Our head hanging between our arms. Is our neck long? Do we have that beautiful inverted V shape? Walking the feet towards the hands. Dangling forward fold. Resting the chest on your thighs with bent knees. And then come up. Beautiful sunshine arms. Up to the sky. Open the heart. Hands to the heart space. So a lovely big stretch up to the sky. Open up the heart. Good, and again, inhale, open up the heart. So it's a lovely good morning stretch. Inhale, exhale. Fold forwards with this one. Inhale, exhale, forwards. Lovely. Halfway lift and melt. Just release, dangle, sway the arms. Let the body hang and relax the mind and the body. So this brings blood supply to the head, alerts and wakes up the brain. Yes. Halfway lift. Shoulders pull back nice and straight and flat. And then melt down, forward fold, palms to the earth. Step back into a plank, melt into baby cobra, uncurl the toes. And breathe in, lift into up dog. Look over your shoulders and release any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Back in the toes, inhale up into a downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips, melt the heels, dangle the head. Pushing the earth away with the hands, melting the heels into the ground. Breathe and release. Letting go. Softness in your breath. Then look to the top of the mat and step forwards. Come into forward fold. Come up into a beautiful extended mountain pose and bring your hands to your heart space. Lovely. Stepping back into Crescent Lunge. We come up onto the tiptoe and we lift up into a beautiful Crescent Lunge. Open up the heart. So let's sink down and back. Breathe and release. Now your front knee is at 90 degrees, your back leg bends at 90 degrees, and you stretch into your hip flexors. Open up the heart. 2 more. 1 more. And then come forward. Hands to heart space. Beautiful hyperextension, high prayer, and arms down by your sides, and rotate those shoulders. Just release. Open the heart. Beautiful. Let's swing and release. Again, a lovely spinal twist, a little wrap of the body, waking up the body, and then float those arms up and down and round. A wonderful wake up. Beautiful. And then take a wonderful deep breath in. Open up. 1 more time. Lovely. Step back with the other leg into Crescent Lunge. Come up onto your tiptoe, bend your knee, and then float those arms back and forth. Open and close. Excellent. It's a lovely stretch of the hip flexor and opening of the heart. Fantastic. Come to the top of your mat, hands at the heart space. Big high breath, and then hands by your sides. Standing tall, rotate those arms and those shoulders down and away. Lovely. Keep 1 foot forward, step backwards, 1 foot into warrior one. Toes at a 45-degree angle, front knee bent. Good alignment here. Turning the hips to the front and lift up into warrior one. Melting the heels into the ground, softness in your breath. Beautiful. Feeling that lovely length from the fingertips down to the heels. Uncurl any tension in your toes. Holding it here, strong into the pose, strong like a warrior. Open up, cactus arms, and then waterfall arms. Reach, stretch, and lengthen. So from the top of the head down to the heels, we have beautiful straight alignments. Now melt your chest, palms to the earth, and turn your back heel, and we come into a twisted high lunge. Look up to the sky, open up. So you're on your tiptoe at the back, you have a lovely straight line from the fingers in the air, down to the wrists, and the front knees bent. Lovely. Bring both hands to the floor, and then turning the body, turning the back toes, coming into warrior two. Open up, relax the shoulders, softness in your breath. So your front knee is bent, your back leg is straight, and let's just mobilize the body, floating the arms, let the wrists release. As if you were floating through water, sink and straighten, sink and straighten. So it's really important that the alignment of this knee is correct, so you're not over stretching into that knee. The knee is directly over the ankles. Lovely, feeling it in the hips. Perfect. Come down your back leg and stretch out this side body all the way here. Really feel that stretch. Maybe take hold of that top arm and stretch that a little bit more as you sink into the pose. Excellent. Come back to warrior two, and then bring your hands to the floor. Step into a plank, melt into baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Inhale, lift into up dog, and then sink back into extended child's pose. Melt your bottom to your heels, your forehead to the earth, and feel that wonderful stretch into the upper back as you melt your bottom down. Stretch those hands and feel the stretch in the upper back. Place the third eye to the mat, and then bring your hands around to your toes and let your shoulders hang in space. Palms facing the sky, and just sink into the pose. Breathe and let go. Inhale. Exhale. Have that softness in your breath. Release, let go, relax. And then extend the hands to the top of the mat. And come into all fours. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Scoop up your hips, melt your heels, dangle your head. So just do a lovely little rotation of the neck to release the neck. And then step to the top of the mat. Forward fold, come up, beautiful extended mountain pose, and hands to the heart space. Lovely, let's do the other side. Let's inhale, lift, exhale, melt, halfway, and melt. Keep the other foot forward, step back into warrior one. Front knee is a good 90 degrees, and we come up, warrior one. Lift up, lovely straight line from the top all the way down, squaring the hips to the top of the mat, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, melting the heels down and relaxing the toes. Cactus arms, waterfall arms, reach back, lengthen through. Feel that wonderful stretch from the top of the head down to the heels, and then turn in that back heel. Coming into warrior two and relaxing the shoulders, just releasing, letting go. Watch the alignment of that front knee. Beautiful. Then melt back and stretch out. Take hold of the wrist and just open and stretch. Keeping that back leg straight and strong, and then come back. Warrior two, relaxing the shoulders, Turning the body, coming up into Crescent Lunge, a twisted lunge. So we're up onto the back toes, and then we float up to the sky. Open up, lovely, open the heart. Bend into that front knee, there you go. So it's lovely alignment all the way down and along. Beautiful. Hands to the floor, come into a plank, melt into baby cobra, uncurl the toes, and lift into up dog, lengthen the neck and the shoulders, softness in your breath. Let's come back down into baby cobra, and then float those arms back and lift up from the thighs, pointing the toes, and get that wonderful stretch. As we reach back towards the toes, open the heart. So the eyes are looking to the top of the mat, the hips are floating, you're floating on your ribs and your hips, and you're opening your heart. And then slowly melt your shoulders down and bring the ear to the mat and relax. Now inhale, float up and lift. Keep a good alignment from the top of the head down to the toes. As you reach back, it's great for opening and stretching the back. And then melt down, other ear to the mat. Lovely. You can either do the same, or you can bend at the knees and then reach back for the heels. And then come into a full bow, opening out. If touching the toes is cool too much, just do what you've just done, opening up. Now if you're holding the heels, pull the toes away and pull away with the heels and come into that beautiful bow. Toes closer together is harder, further away is a little bit easier. And then release, melt to the earth, ear to the mat. Take a few moments. And then last time, exactly the same. Reaching back. And then breathe and stretch. Oh, lovely. A wonderful stretch of the shoulders and the back. Perfect. Drawing into the scapula, pulling away with the toes. Excellent. And then release. Ooh. And then bring your fingertips to your breastbones. Sink back into all fours. Round through your back, arch your spine. Dip your spine, look up at the sky. Round through your back, arch the spine. Dip your back. And then round. And then dip. So as we inhale, we dip the spine, and as we exhale, we round. Now place your elbows to the mat, hit your bottom high, puppy dog. It's a lovely release there for the lower lumbar spine, and it's an opener of the chest. Breathe, melt your chest into the earth. Softness in your breath. It's a lovely stretch out for the back in the morning, yeah. And then slowly come back into all fours. And let's come into Dandasana. A seated pose. We bring the legs out in front. We're going to counter pose the back bend. So pointing and flexing the toes. And give those feet a little bit of a rotation. Here we go. Inhale, float up, big stretch. So if you were sitting against a wall with the backs of your hands touch the wall, is the back straight? Are the shoulders back? Are we leaning forward? Inhale, lengthen, push the chest forward. Maybe float up from the knees, and then inhale and exhale, melt towards the toes, melt your chest to your thighs. If you're able to touch your toes, pull your toes towards you, melt your chest down and just relax. Inhale, and as you exhale, melt your shoulders away from your ears, melt your chest to your thighs. Just relax, let go. Take a few moments. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then slide along your shins. And release the shoulders down and away. Lovely. Just give those shoulders a little roll. Perfect. Let's do that again. Inhale. Bend forwards. Exhale. And if you're holding your toes, bring the toes towards you and pull away with the toes. You're getting that stretch into the back as you melt forwards. Let the neck release and relax. And let go. Feel that wonderful stretch. And then slide along your shins and release. Perfect. Let's come into a bridge position. So we lie down, the knees bent, the feet are flat, shoulders melt into the ground, draw them away from the ears. Push the buttock cheeks down and just do a little mobilization of the hips, a little rock. Let's rock and tilt the pelvis, a little squeeze of the glutes, a little massage of the back. So any lower back issues, this is really nice to let go and release. Feel that wonderful release. If you're able to, hands by your sides, and then start to float the hips and push up into that bridge, weight into the heels, square the hips to the ceiling and push up. Roll the shoulders under, maybe take hold of the ankles or behind the buttocks, pushing the hips higher, maybe come onto your tiptoes and then really push up, open the heart. So the elbows are bent, the palms are pushing the buttocks up, you're on your tiptoes, your knees are forwards and straight and aligned. Good way to test this is to maybe put a cushion between your knees and then you keep your knees in good alignment, or a block. Eyes look into the ceiling and feel that wonderful opening of the heart. And slowly release the arms down to the mat. Keep yourself up on your tiptoes if you're on your tiptoes, and then melt your heels down. Around your bottom. Lovely, push up onto your tiptoes and then down onto your bottom. Lift, big stretch, and then melt. And then let's hug the knees into the chest and bring the nose to the knees, curl into an upside down child's pose and rock and release. Perfect. Slide up through the calves, the ankles to the toes, and then hold the toes straight in the legs. So flex in the heels, push the toes towards you, or pull the toes towards you, and flex the heels to the ceiling. And you feel that lovely stretch all the way down the back of the thighs. Shoulders are off slightly, and you're stretching out the back. Option to pull the toes overhead and stretch out. And now slowly come into dead bug. So let's dangle the legs, melt the shoulders, dangle the arms. The arms and legs a little shake. Have that softness. Just let go. Sink into the earth. Just hang out. Close those eyes, lower the gaze, and just melt down. Hanging out, letting go, releasing, relaxing. Feel the earth supporting your body, hanging out. Then start to float those arms up one at a time, but keep your head glued to the mat. So you're stretching into those shoulder blades as you lift and lower, big stretches. You're punching up to the sky. Wonderful, big stretch up. Oh, lovely. Now stretch up both hands. Keep the neck, head on the floor. And you feel the neck and the shoulders lift slightly. And then melt the shoulders down. Lift up. Someone's pulling those arms up. And back down. Good. One more time. Up. And back down. Now open the arms into cactus arms. It's a lovely opening of the chest. Then bring the feet flat. The knees are bent. And then just open the heart, let go. Now slowly roll onto the sides of the heels and open the inner thighs. Fold the feet together. A reclining bound angle pose. And just let go. Let the knees float down and open the heart. Lovely letting go pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. And this is a lovely pose if you were to place a block into your thoracic spine and just draw the shoulders down and back and over, or a bolster. It's a lovely way of just relaxing. Close those eyes, lower the gaze, prepare yourself for the day ahead. Just letting go, releasing. And then let's slowly bring the hands to the inner thighs, just push those hips into the earth, buttock cheeks down, and do a little rock of the pelvis. Massage there. Now rock into the pelvis, massage. Slide up to the tops of the knees and back down. It's a lovely relaxing flow this morning. And then bring those knees together and then hug them into the chest, curl into a little ball and rock. massage, nose to knees, then rock up and come into a cross-legged Sukhasana. Shoulders melt away from the ears, let's mobilise the neck, let's rotate round, feel that lovely release. Chin comes down, we stretch out the back of the neck, and then stretch out the side, float the chin to the sky, and then down again. Close those eyes, lower the gaze to avoid distraction. And then just think about where are you feeling tightness or tension, just work on those areas. Shoulders melting from the ears, neck is long, just release. Then float the crown of the head high and look up to the sky. And then bring the chin to the chest. And then come to a neutral position. Come into a lovely spinal twist. Look over the opposite knee, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in and just melt away. And then over to the other side. And then back to the center. Slide down on one side. Beautiful stretch. Feeling that stretch into the side body and melting the buttock cheeks into the ground. And then back to the center. Over to the other side. And back to the center. Lovely. Straightening one leg. Reach into the toes. Easing the opposite knee down and float up. Open the heart. Beautiful stretch. Now take that arm overhead and stretch. Then up to the sky, down to the earth, shoulders allowing, float up. Wonderful stretch. And then melt your body down and reach and stretch. And then release. Shoulders a little opening and release, changing sides, reach to the toes, pull away, open up, beautiful inhalation, float overhead, towards the toes, a lovely stretch into the side of the body, melting your head towards your knees, and then float up, and reach up, pushing up if your body allows, and then back to the center, melt down and stretch. Back to the center, lovely. Wonderful release of those shoulders. And then, perfect. Both legs wide. Pull the toes towards you, heels away. Now drawing the shoulders away from the ears, lifting and lengthening through the spine, and melt the chest forwards as you reach down. Beautiful. Inhale, and then as you exhale, melt a little further forward. Take a few moments. Breathe in and then feel that stretch into the inner thighs. And then maybe bring the elbows to the floor and rest down. Still flexing the feet and relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Take a few moments. Lovely. Then slowly walk the hands to the inner thighs and then come up and release those shoulders. Lovely. Bring the legs in together and then bringing the knees into the chest and just arch and round through the back. And then inhale, lift up, rounding through, and then lift up. Rounding through, and then lift up. So draw the chin right in, curl into a little ball, release the neck and the shoulders, and then lift up, lengthen the spine. One more Dandasana before we finish. So we inhale, and then we exhale, fold in half. Just take a moment just to release, let go, softness in your breath. Do a and then slide up, through the shins and give those shoulders a little roll. Excellent. If you've got tightness in your shoulders or have had tightness in the shoulders, it's a really nice way to just let go. Come into Sukhasana. We're just going to relax for a moment, mobilize the neck, and just work on our breath before we finish. So inhale, fill the lungs through the nose all the way up. Expand the chest and the ribs. Let the shoulders melt away, through and away, and then exhale through the mouth. With the mouth closed, let's inhale through the nose. And then 2 more inhales. Exhale. Last one. Take a moment and bring your hands to your heart space, your heart center. Lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. So inhale up to the sky, open the heart. Exhale negativity. Inhale positive vibes. Exhale negative thoughts. Inhale the yes I can. And exhale the no I can't. Bring your hands to your heart space, and by your actions, let's only do good deeds. Bring your hands to your lips, and by your words, only say kind things. Only say to others what we'd want said to ourselves. Mirroring the hands to the third eye, the forehead, and by your thoughts, let's only think kind thoughts. From the love and the light shines within me to you, until I'm able to guide you through your practice again. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you